In this video, I'm going to be talking about leaving everything behind for love. If it makes sense to sacrifice their family, their religion, their country to go after this girl that they are in love with, I'm going to give some harsh advice. If you guys like the videos where I give some harsh advice here, well, get ready to fucking be demolished. I'm John from BulldogMindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to be a man. I teach you how to build financial independence, how to get the physique you want, to get the girls you want, and how to go from the victim mindset to the bulldog mindset. If that's something that you are interested in, click that subscribe button and join us. Don't forget the bell notifications for the notification squad out there if you want to get a chance to win a free Bulldog Mindset membership. I've been following you for a long time, actually last 4 to 5 years, and your channel is doing amazing. It's helped me a lot in dealing with my life. Question. I want to ask that, is it worth to leave your culture slash family slash religion behind in favor of the person you love? I am in high school and I love someone from another country, but me being an introvert, we've never met in person before. She lives in our neighborhood Asian country, but it does not have good relations with ours. Don't say it. In fact, people on both sides are threatening each other out of nuclear warfare. Okay, we could make some guesses here. All right, her religion is also different, but I love her, so I might be forced to change mine, which I will not do. Should I sacrifice everything, maybe even my self-respect for her, even though I'm not sure if she likes me or not? Your bulldog mindset says that you should be a go-getter and never regret anything. I'm in a dilemma. Isn't it more important to be practical in such a situation, as I don't want both of us to get killed because of my stupidity? There's this boy, and he loves this girl. He's infatuated with this girl. He doesn't really know her very well. And what it comes down to is this nightingale sees him pining for this girl, right? Writing love letters or whatever. And he tells the nightingale that all he wants, he's crying. He just wants this girl, okay? And so the nightingale makes this sacrifice, okay? She basically finds out how to get this boy a rose. The girl says she wants this rose for this dance, this red rose. And so there's no red roses. So the nightingale goes up to this thorn bush, this rose bush, like a yellow rose bush or whatever it is, and the rose bush tells her the only way that you can have a red rose is if you basically have one of my thorns pierce your heart and then sing, and then as you're dying, you have to die essentially, it will turn one of the roses red, okay, for this boy. And so this nightingale is very, very romantic and is willing to, she makes this sacrifice for this boy, right? This incredible sacrifice, sacrifices her life, very painful, dying on the branch, lets out her final song, and the rose turns red. Then the boy notices this red rose out of his window, doesn't know the nightingale sacrifice. He takes the rose over to the girl. He's got this rose, right? So much has been paid, such a high price has been paid for this rose, for true love. Because the nightingale believed in true love, because the nightingale could see within the boy, within his heart, was true love. And she wanted to make this happen. So the boy rushes over to the girl with the rose. Then he put it on his hat and ran to the professor's house with the rose in his hand. The daughter of the professor was sitting in the doorway, winding blue silk on a reel, and her little dog was lying at her feet. "You said you would dance with me if I brought you a red rose," cried the student. "Here is the reddest rose in all the world. You will wear it tonight next to your heart, and as we dance together, I will tell you how I love you." But the girl frowned. "I'm afraid it will not go with my dress," she answered. "And besides, the Chamberlain's nephew has sent me some real jewels, and everybody knows that jewels cost far more than flowers." "Well, upon my word, you are very ungrateful," said the student angrily, and he threw the rose into the street, where it fell into the gutter, and a cartwheel went over it. "Ungrateful," said the girl. "I tell you what, you are very rude, and after all, who are you? Only a student. Why, I don't believe you have even got silver buckles to your shoes as a Chamberlain's nephew has." And she got up from her chair and went into the house. "What a silly thing love is," said the student as he walked away. "It is not half as useful as logic, for it does not prove anything, and is always telling one of the things that are not going to happen and making one believe things are not true. In fact, it is quite unpractical, and as in this age to be practical is everything, I shall go back to philosophy and study metaphysics. So he returned to his room and pulled out a great dusty book and began to read. This story illustrates a false vision of love, a false love. Now, do I think there is a true, deep love that transcends time where it may be worth sacrificing your life for? Yes. But it doesn't come from a casual connection. It doesn't come from someone you met on the internet, especially when you're in high school. It doesn't come from someone in another country that you've only communicated with over the internet and that you believe that you fall in love with. It doesn't even just come from someone you've seen in person and maybe had a couple of chats with and you have a crush on her from your class, or a girl that you dated one time. It comes from a deep commitment. It comes from knowing each other and experiencing each other over a period of time. It's not an instantaneous thing. And you could make the argument to say that it doesn't even exist at all. And I would entertain that argument. But what I want you to understand, guys, here, is that it should be obvious that my answer to this question is no. Do not do this. Do not fuck up your entire life because you are emotionally immature. Here's the honest truth. You are a little bitch, okay? You're being a little bitch, okay? You're weak. It's pathetic. You don't love this girl. You think you love this girl. I'm being harsh here because you need a good kick in the fucking balls, a real good kick in the balls. This isn't Romeo and Juliet. This isn't some bullshit. This is like the story that I just read you. And read the full story of the Nightingale. As a boy, let me say, you probably have this propensity to worship a girl that you find attractive for some reason, and to put her on a pedestal and to believe that she is the fairy tale of love, and to promise her whatever she wants, and to think that you declaring your love for her and doing a great sacrifice for her will make her want to fuck you and to marry you and to love you forever and to be the unconditional love that you have been missing from your life. But it's not true. In fact, what those things will do is push her away, because you are supposed to be a man who has his destiny charted out for him, who doesn't bend his will and bend his future and bend his purpose to please some girl, especially some girl he doesn't even know, who has shown him no amount of sacrifice, no amount of dedication, who he owns nothing. Perhaps you believe in that deeper love and that true love that exists, that's worth the sacrifice of an innocent nightingale having a thorn pushed into its heart as it dies and sings its final song. Maybe you believe in that. If so, this is not it. It doesn't look like this. And even so, a man on his purpose, on his mission, still has to put that first. He will make some sacrifices for the ones that he loves. He may even give his life up, but it will be all in part of his purpose. I have to challenge you. And I have to say, you being in high school, being young, being an introvert, okay, not having a lot of experience in life, how do you know? How can you compare this experience of this girl that you don't even really know, that you've met over the internet? And how can you know that this is that true, deep nightingale love? It isn't. I'm not trying to make this a judgment of women, but understand that she's judging the status of this other guy, this other boy. Okay, and what he can do for her and what he can give her, but really what he represents. That your true love, your red rose that you bring, even though a nightingale was sacrificed for it, it means nothing to her. It is only an illusion. It's a fantasy that you've cooked up in your head that is purposeful and that is meaningful. Instead, what you need to do is not go and chase this woman. In fact, what you really need to do is to break off this relationship completely, because it's not really a relationship. Not only that, the chances of this failing, okay, are extremely high for two reasons. One, you lack experience. You don't know how to deal with an actual woman in a relationship. You're gonna fuck up at least the first dozen times that you try it. You're gonna be a little bitch. I can tell that you're a little bitch right now. She's gonna run the fuck over you. She's gonna treat you like shit. She's gonna break your heart. You're gonna feel bad. You're gonna be upset. It's gonna make her more repulsed by you. This is a pattern, okay? And you will experience this if you act like a little bitch. But you'll have to learn this, okay? I can't teach you this. I can tell you only about it, but you're gonna have to learn some of this through experience. So that's number one. And number two, this may not be the best matchup for you. You're taking a sample size of one, and you're taking a very small percentage of that, what you know about some girl from the internet. Forget the idea of falling in love and all this bullshit for now. And you need to get on your mission as a man, as what's his name, Richard from Entrepreneurs and Cars would say, to chase excellence. I totally agree with him on this. You need to chase excellence. Improve yourself. Develop yourself as a man. Make yourself someone who is worthy of what you want. What matters is your status, who you are, who you become, and your mission and your purpose in life as a man. And that's what should matter to you. Not basing your whole life. If you're making the mistake of centering your whole life around one woman, one relationship, one love, you're fucked. You have no purpose. You have no meaning. You're not of value to this world. So instead, focus, develop yourself. Develop yourself emotionally. Develop your masculinity. Develop yourself as a man. Find your purpose in life. Go after it. Develop yourself financially, physically. Spend some time developing your experience in life. Go and get out of that introverted shell, okay? And go and date some women and experience them so that you have something to measure against. As a man, if a woman can knock you off center, you have lost all attraction to her. She is, or from her. She is not going to be attracted to a man she can knock off center. I'm going to take a quick break here to do the prize here. Nikki 3205, and he said, "Notification Squad, love your videos, bro. Keep the great work." So, Nikki, what you can do if you want free Bulldog Mindset membership, just email me and show me proof of your YouTube account, and I will get you hooked up and get you set up. The answer to the question is obviously no, you should not do this. You should not, as a man, you should not be willing to sacrifice your mission and your purpose for love, especially if it's unrequited love, and especially if it's not really actual physical love. And if you are willing to sacrifice your mission in order to make a woman happy, let's say, she will not be happy. The most successful guys that are most successful with women are the guys who are on their mission, who have something, who women know that this guy, his purpose in life, he knows what it is. He's driving toward that goal. He doesn't give a fuck what other people think. He's not seeking validation from women. He doesn't need them. I will talk to you next time. Take care.